And welcome to another issue of NerdFlow Podcast. This is issue 137. We are back again for another week of nerd culture, pop culture, all that good stuff, man. And I just want to preface this episode. We want this to be the getaway from everything that's been going on. So take this as, your getaway and just, sink yourself into this show. We're going to try to make it as fun as possible for everybody that listens, downloads, streams, however you consume the show. First and foremost, though, I'm Royalty. We got the full crew with us here tonight. We got Young.
Yo.
We got Briario. Why do you do
Good evening, everybody.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Again.
No, I'm like this. No. What's up, everybody?
We got Snapback with the new mic.
Got a new microphone.
We got Tink.
What's up?
And we got the Dope Gamer.
What is going on, y'all?
So, man, if you are new to NerdFlow Podcast, this is a podcast all about, we talk about video games, we talk about anime, we talk about TV shows, movies, comic book stuff, all that good stuff, man. So, if you feeling any of that, you are in the right place. First and foremost, what we want to get into first is that you can find this podcast on all major podcast platforms, just to name a few. Of course, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, is just to name a few. We're on a bunch of other podcasts. I've been getting a lot of emails on your podcast is now on this. I'm like, I've never heard this side of day in my life. But no shade to y'all, appreciate it. But I'm just, I never heard you before.
Ooh.
Huh?
Ooh.
I'm trying to. There was one that popped up Friday, and I was like, what is this? I mean, I was like, all right, I'll take it. I mean, whoever listens to us on this particular platform, appreciate it. That's all I can say. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Okay. Social media, man. We on all of those. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. We have a YouTube channel. So once we get done doing this live version of NerdFlow Podcast that is available every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Central. So if you do have the Sprinkler app, you can listen to us live at 10 p.m. And on the YouTube channel, all the episodes, once we're done recording, go live and go straight to the YouTube channel. So please make sure you give the episodes thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we have a Facebook group, Facebook community that, like to hang around other nerds and geeks and all that good stuff. That's what we do. And you can also get it's very informative also as well. So we post a lot of news and stuff we tend to eventually talk about on the show in that community group as well. And we got Teespring shop. The link will be in the description of the show on whatever platform you're listening to, but you can get yourself 50% off a NerdFlow t-shirt using the code NF2020. I feel like how this year has gone for so many people. I feel like changing the damn code to 2021, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Just do it.
I know, man, because it's like, do I really want to be associated with this fucking year anymore at this point? We about to be 6 months in, bro, and this first 5 months has been a motherfucker. But anyway, and then we got superhero stuff affiliate program. Link will be in the description. If you purchase anything through superhero stuff using our special link, we get a kickback on the show, and that helps out the podcast. How is everybody this week?
Good. I'm actually placing my order for my t-shirt right now.
Yes, sir.
I just want to sleep.
Oh man, sleep.
And I am retired.
That sounds nice.
What is that?
Oh, talk about it. What you mean? Talk about it.
Huh? What, me being
You
retired?
retiring? Yeah.
Yeah, retiring. Taking. I'm retiring.
Oh, good.
Liar.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I agree.
You think I'm lying? Nah, man. Like, real talk. I even told the guy, my last person that I played today, I told him, dude, I'm retired. I said, don't do it. Like, it ain't that deep. Like, bro, I'm paying attention to how I'm playing. I'm too predictable when it comes to this. I'm very predictable. Y'all can easily read me now. I don't have nothing else left to prove right now. I'm finna play me some new stuff. Even though Final Fantasy VII has been awesome, but yeah, I gotta play something new. So yeah.
So yes, Snap is retiring from fighting. Oh, well, I won't say fighting games. He retired from Tekken. He's probably gonna jump to another fighting game. Maybe another game that's developed by the same company called Soul Calibur or something. Maybe
You know what? I didn't even think of that.
You know,
hey, thanks, man.
I was gonna say that, but
goes on sale quite often too. Sometimes it's $20. But anyway,
Perfect.
Yeah, see,
Perfect.
Wheels are turning. Oh man. But yeah, man. So let's see first and foremost. So this week on NerdFlow Podcast, man, we're gonna be talking about. So we got the PS5 Reveal coming up this coming Thursday. We're gonna be talking about our Young is gonna give us the lowdown on HBO Max later on in the show. And then we just like June, man, is gonna be. This is really the last show for May. So we're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff that'll be jumping off in the month of June. June is going to be pretty big for video games because you got Steam with their own festival during the week that E3 would have happened. Then you got what else is it? There is another festival I can't think of right now. EA Play will be happening also as well in June. So there's a lot of stuff going on for the month of June, and hopefully but surely we'll be kind of. The world will be getting, I won't say completely normal, but at least people can go places without feeling like they're going to catch cooties from somebody or anything like that. But anyway. And yes, I said cooties. I'm 5 years old. But yeah, man, so I say that, and some people look at me. I've said it sometimes, like out loud at work. I'm like, "You gonna catch the cooties?" And they look at me like, "What the hell is cooties?" It's like
universal, bro.
You was born in 2000, wasn't you? You don't understand. Okay, back away.
They're too young. They're
too young. Too young.
Oh, I needed this laugh. Oh, thank you.
Like,
it's a few things that stick with you as an adult. Cooties. You can't never not laugh at a fart. And these nuts jokes.
Yes,
it's always funny. I don't care how grown
Morse is also a very funny word to say to people, and it makes them laugh like little schoolgirls.
Oh, the minute he said the D's nuts thing, that dude popped in my head saying it right now, man. Oh my god!
Y'all know what I almost did the other day, it was just like out of force of habit. My little cousin ended up with a jacked up haircut, like his regular barber didn't cut his hair. But like the back of his head was like so smooth, like I damn near licked my fingertips and slapped him up the back of his, like. Oh yeah. Like yeah. I had to catch myself and realize, like, yo, this little 6-year-old is really not gonna know what the hell is going on. He gonna think he's abused.
He better be up.
Oh man. You better rub the back of that head. Sit down.
Like y'all said, stuff that stick with you, like I don't think kids play Be Spice no more or nothing like that. Like I think something like that
is pencil plug, none of that junk, man.
I think that be considered as bullying or something like that.
Or remember open chest?
Open
chest. Open up your chest.
I remember how I used to make my lunch money, because for some reason, even though we was poor, I always had to pay for lunch. But the way I used to make my lunch money was flipping quarters. Be like me. That's what it was called.
Oh, I remember that.
Man,
COVID was days. Oh my god.
So speaking of that, lunch. Okay, so I never understood that my damn self.
What?
You be like, man, my mama say we don't make this much. We should be getting you should be getting free lunch. And she's filling out the form with you. Then you take your ass to school, and then they're like, oh, you got to pay for lunch. Really?
For real, bro. I had to pay for lunch every day. From the time I was in kindergarten until I graduated high school, I had to pay for lunch. My brother and sister, they never had to pay for lunch.
Were y'all in the same household?
Yes.
How? I don't understand how that's possible.
I do not understand this shit to this day, bro. My mama never understood it. My mama's just like, why he always got to pay for lunch? And they could never tell her, but hell, if I wanted to eat at school, I had to pay for lunch. And then, like, if I brought my lunch to school, it was just like, this whole was trash. And, like, it was bad enough. The school lunch was trash, but like days like pizza day, hell, I want the pizza. I don't want no damn turkey sandwich.
It's like he light skinned, he gotta pay.
It's a trip we used to really be fiending for that nasty ass cafeteria food though. That shit
After a
wasn't
while,
never good,
yeah.
bro.
After a while, it's like that's all you eat.
Y'all want to hear something messed up? I hear something messed up. This literally happened. These folks honestly served us just a whole dill pickle for lunch one time. I kid you not.
No,
they literally served us a whole dill pickle for lunch. I already didn't eat lunch.
What year was this?
No, we ain't never said that while we was in school.
I called CPS to that school so quick.
I looked at her like, really? That's all you gonna give me in just one pickle? Something that could have been at home from a whole jar full of other pickles. Okay. Right, cool.
Hey, but after a while though, you be one like when you get grown and you realize, you used to paying 75 cents for lunch, and you get grown and you realize, damn, I'm starting to miss that little 75 cent school lunch. That big ass yeast roll and that cheesy chicken over rice.
Oh, man.
Them chicken nuggets in there. You used to know the school menu. If you had hamburgers on Tuesday, that mean Wednesday you have a Salisbury steak.
It's true though.
Bro, I ain't had chocolate milk since high school. I'm just saying, it's just it's not something I drink.
I tried chocolate milk a little bit ago. It ain't hitting like it was.
But see, I didn't drink chocolate milk.
It's not. It really isn't, because I have to have chocolate milk whenever I go to Shipley's. I like my donuts.
I didn't drink chocolate milk until I got grown. Like, I never drank chocolate milk when I was in school. It was just something I just
not
drank
once.
No, I just didn't drink chocolate milk. It was just something about it. Like, I just like I did not drink chocolate milk out the box, out of container. Like, if I had chocolate milk, I made it at home my own self. Like, I did not drink chocolate milk out the box. Like, the first time, and I think it was because when we were kids, like, my mom bought us some Yoo-Hoo, and, like, that shit was trash. Like, the commercial made Yoo-Hoo look like it was just, like, fucking delicious. And that shit was
wasn't real milk, though. I think that shit was
I used
like
to kill
powder.
that mud from that freaking drugstore over there back across from not King Daughters, was it across from Delta Regional all the time.
Man, I remember when the school brought banana milk. I never tried it, but I heard it was disgusting.
This must
what the hell?
This must be some experimental stuff after we graduated.
No,
this
for real.
It was not no post 2004 stuff.
Like, the only new shit they brought, while we was in school was the juices and the candy. Yeah,
they experimented with us with freaking grandma cookies.
Oh yeah,
y'all.
And like we had Mickey Mouse ice cream.
Hey,
I remember strawberry came out when we were, I think, leaving school.
Yeah, strawberry milk.
Yeah.
Strawberry milk is alright.
It's like, what the fuck is
that?
Well, yeah, they had
y'all know these little Starbucks frappuccinos that you buy at the corner store that come in a little glass bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why we've been drinking? Well, why I've been drinking them wrong my whole damn life.
You're
not supposed to. You're supposed to like half freeze it. I did not know that.
Bro,
we just learned that me and Angry B got.
I'm just walking around here gassy than a motherfucker.
I've been telling them to people for long.
Drinking this coffee milk. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
To me, that doesn't count like the actual Starbucks experience. You haven't had it. If you haven't actually had it from an actual Starbucks, then
hey man, I know.
Bro, I've been living my life in a lie.
I hate cold coffee anyway. I hate any type of cold coffee.
Yeah,
so
I
like,
cold coffee neither.
I just always go get me a cappuccino. Like frappuccinos or iced coffee or some like that's trash to me. Like that's like defeating the damn purpose to me.
I love cold coffee. So this is my drink that I make. So listen to this drink. I call it rocket fuel, right? You take some Jim Beam Devil Cut and some strong dark black coffee and mix it, and then just put some ice in it. That shit is rocket fuel. Don't be around a girl you like. I'm gonna just tell you like that.
That mug the blue.
It's like the poor man's speedball. You be up and down. You be like, damn, I'm ready.
Man, you don't got me realizing.
Reverse Viagra.
Yeah. I ain't had a cappuccino since I was 11. I just thought about it. It's been that long.
Like, I got hooked on cappuccino in college when they opened up Starbucks in our library at Southern Miss, and like I just saw folks go to the let me get a grandes, whatever. It's just doing too damn much. Yeah, let me get that caramel cappuccino.
Let me get that caramel macchiato.
We're gonna get on Grande not being the biggest one. I thought Grande was big.
It's Trinity now, bro. That's what I get every day.
Venti.
Venti is not even Trinity.
I'm like,
Trinity
so
is the biggest one.
Not really tall.
True.
Oh, they got a Trinity now?
Yeah,
they took place of Venti, or is it
on the ice coffee, bro? I get Trinities every day, and that's what they get. That's the biggest one they got. I'm like, let me get that.
That's crazy.
It's about to be called up all night.
I got to see what that's about.
Yes, a lot of coffee.
Yeah,
man. I love it. That junk just hit different though when it Starbucks though. I ain't gonna lie, compared to making coffee at the house.
It do.
Just hit different. All right, man. Let's get into things here. Some quick stuff. We got The Witcher, Batman, and Little Mermaid have been greenlit to restart productions. That's a good thing because I mean now we kind of feel like now that everything is starting to slowly, especially from the COVID side of things, man, that things are starting to really go back to normal or try to go back to normal. I know, well, we're not going to even go into the Batman conversation because of a certain somebody on the show. But Little Mermaid, when you guys think this is coming out?
Well, it looks like it's not coming out until like year 2022.
Dang, that crowd got pushed hard.
Oh,
but I keep up with Halle, and I know that like before this whole thing like started off, they had to go to certain locations where she was doing her training, and like they practice in like these big like aquarium like pools.
Now, girl, you doing green screen 90% of the time. What you talking about?
Huh?
I was like, girl, you doing green screen 90% of the time. What you talking about?
Well, they still have to go through that training though, like the actual swimming thing, because some of it is going to be like green screen, and some of it is actually going to be filmed in the water.
Interesting. Well, we know Mr. Henry Cavill is that's actually another thing we can get into as well. But yeah, The Witcher 2 is back on for shooting for season 2, which that's Netflix related.
Yes.
Henry Cavill has said that he is about to get back into things as Superman, and a lot of people are acting like they're like super shocked about this crap because I'm like, the man did not say he's done playing Superman. That man said he's taking a break.
Exactly.
So we could. I mean, did he say? I think was it just me? Did he say how many movies he has that he said he was gonna be doing, or did they like? I thought somebody said something about 3 or something like that.
Well, I know, like, before everything popped off with, like, the Justice League, they were talking about having, like, a trilogy for Superman. But it kind of got a little screwed up after the Justice League.
Yeah, everything was shit at the Justice League.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see a Man of Steel. But, would it be Man of Steel 2 or would it be Man of Steel 3?
It'll be Man of Steel 2 because that Batman vs Superman wasn't really Superman. I think it was mainly Batman.
Yeah, it really was. That's what I feel. It really was like a Batman movie.
And then Justice League, that was a movie of its own.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the best way it would be to pull him back in would be the Shazam 2 or the Black Adam movie.
All I know is, man, this Black Adam movie better be the shit. Because this movie been in talks for like freaking. This feel like I know it's been at least about freaking going on 5 years or more, probably close to 5 years. Like Jesus, like The Rock still ain't played this man yet. He still be freaking teasing it.
Exactly.
There was something else from DC I was gonna mention. I'll think of it later. So what's up with this? I saw y'all talking about this. What is toilet bound?
So okay.
Excuse me?
Yeah, after some milk.
So, exactly. So that's about
Wait, what?
lactose on the toilet.
So
Toilet bound
is this new anime. My kid got me hooked on it, and it's this generation of kids. They just into everything. It's ridiculous, and she's only 11, but from her peers, they are committed to all this new anime. But this particular one caught my attention because, as cute as it looks, it's like the most darkest anime that really got my attention. Like, okay, I'm trying to give it away without giving it away. But in this high school, these kids, they're like gossiping. They're saying it's like all these different little ghosts that's hunting the school. And it's one particular rumor, they say that it's a girl in a bathroom that hunts the bathroom but grants you wishes. So...
Toilet genie?
Sort of like a genie, right. Like a ghost genie. So she goes to the bathroom and calls out the name of the ghost, and they don't pop up right away, but he like kind of spooks her, and it turns out to be a guy. So of course, every little lovesick little heartthrob wants love in high school. So it just goes down a really, really dark path that you would think from this cutesy looking anime, but it's really dark.
It's about a toilet genie.
I don't know what they be smoking in Japan.
So I'm sorry, I had to step away for a minute. I just came in and I heard about anime when I was trying to see what I missed.
It's something about toilet
bound.
Oh.
Yeah. When you
Speaking of anime,
comes out of
when
the
you
toilet,
too much milk,
right?
toilet bound. Yeah.
So
It's only 12 episodes. I guarantee you, watch the first 3 and you're going to want to finish watching the rest of them. It's only 12 episodes. So I think this is just the first season. And they're testing it out.
I'll check it out.
I tried.
Well, Digimon has a new anime. And it's the original characters. Ty, Agumon, Izzy, all of them, except it's set in 2020.
I'm down for that. It was always my
I want to see how that artwork look.
Yeah.
It looks like the original Digimon.
I know the artwork was always lit to me.
Yeah, to me too.
Like, you would think they would have made them look a lot. Like, you could tell that it's up to date, but the art style, everything is like the original Digimon. So, and like the stories look like it's going down a different path, everything. So, like, you remember how long it took for us to get, like, it's only like 5 episodes, if that much right now. Mm-hmm. But I got a feeling, you remember how long it took for us to get to Digimon and for Kyrie to join the team and stuff like that. I don't think it's gonna take that long. They kind of like, I think they're gonna fast track it like they did Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta look out for that.
Because when you go back and watch Dragon Ball Z Kai versus Dragon Ball Z, like the Goku and Frieza fight is cut down significantly in Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Yeah, the last 5 episodes.
Yeah, they took the fillers and stuff out.
I know this is a little off topic. Is anybody hear anything about new Cannon Busters? Did y'all check out Cannon Busters?
Ooh, man, I watched it. You talking about on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
LaShawn
'Cause I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the series. I didn't finish it. I got to the end though, but I mean I finished it up. But I want to know, is they gonna come out with like a new season or something?
What I hate is that I got into it while also watching other animes at the same time, and most of my attention was on another one. But yeah, I'm gonna be committed to finishing it.
So Cannon Busters is an anime?
Yes.
Okay, I'll check it out. It is on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's made by a black dude, right?
LaShawn Thomas.
Okay, I'll check it out. Oh, if y'all haven't, check out Tower of God. Like it's pretty dope to me. Like it's a dope concept, but check it out.
God.
I mean, it's pretty much your typical almost storyline. You know, dude chasing after a girl. You know, she leave him. He end up following her into another dimension or something like that. And come to find out, he like the most powerful being that been in there, but he don't know how to control his power. You know, some stuff like that. But check it out.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Let's see here. So, PlayStation 5 put out a tweet with a infographic stating that they will be revealing. Well, it actually was like a short video. I don't want to say infographic. Put out a video stating that they will be doing a reveal this coming Thursday, June 4th, 1 p.m. Pacific, I think is what it was. So this time zone, it'll be 3. So 3 Central time zone. What are y'all expecting? I'm not expecting.
They just gonna give us the date. They just gonna give us the date it's gonna drop. I think they're gonna give us date and price. Well, no, they probably just give us date because they waiting on Xbox to drop their price first.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this next gen has been like the freaking Cold War. Like nobody's like Xbox showed they whole damn console. PlayStation was like, here's our controller.
Yeah.
It's like, and everybody's like, really, bro? You ain't gonna even show the rest of them? Nah, ain't wait. But then, I mean, I'm pretty sure we could probably get a lot of. They got to give us. They got to give us gameplay. I mean, game trailers of what's gonna be hitting the new console. I have a feeling they got to do that. That's one thing they definitely got to do.
Just like from what I was saying, bro, it just really just gonna be about when they gonna release it. Like none of this is really gonna like as far as from what I've been reading. Like, don't get your hopes up too high for all that. This is basically about a release date, and maybe they're gonna show the full console. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, I'm thinking full console for sure. I'm thinking like reveal of the actual console itself. I have a feeling it's probably gonna be definitely some a couple
like,
of games.
They showed us they showed us like we probably gonna get. What's the name of the game? We probably gonna see highlights from stuff that we've already seen. Yeah, like we probably gonna see something from Valhalla. I keep forgetting the name of that racing game. It started with an F, Forenza or some shit like that.
Are you talking about that? Forza's Xbox, bro? No, they ain't showing.
That's Xbox.
They ain't showing that, bro. Not at all.
Well, it's another racing game they've been showing for PS5 though.
Well, they have Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo's always been the tech demo for the 5. That's been floated around for like the past. Yeah, that's kind of been floated around for like the past year almost since they dropped their 8K TV. So
so
they gonna just show us more stuff like Ghost of Tsushima and
like stuff we already been seeing. Like, don't
So I have a
expect to see
question.
nothing new.
I have a question. If they do reveal a design, what do y'all think? Well, what would y'all, in my opinion, what are y'all ideas for how the console will look like? Like, what do y'all be thinking it might be looking like?
It ain't gonna be as big as the Xbox.
Yeah, that's one thing. I mean,
PlayStation got a design. PlayStation got a typical design, and I don't think they're gonna steer away from that no time soon.
yeah, Sony is coming from a person that used to work for them. They're all about like art and just kind of like they tend to when it comes to pretty much anything they create or make, they come up with the actual what it's going to look like on the outside before they even figure out what to put inside of it. So I'm pretty sure I think they've known from day one what it's going to look like, and they just figure out, okay, we just got to figure out how to put all this shit in this thing. So I think it's going to be something that's of style and nice. Cause I mean, that's typically what Sony
Like,
that's what Sony
like
does.
some
Sony's
of the
known for that. Yeah.
some of the fan creations would have been dope. Like, especially if you would have had like the touch screen controller with the screen in the controller, that would have been dope. But they probably would have made the PlayStation just as like that probably would have been $150 controller. You know,
I mean, yeah, right. Or they probably, they could still do something like that, just at a higher cost. But yeah, if you want something like that, that's gonna boost up the price for sure.
but like some of the other stuff, like some of the designs, like you could pretty much expect the PlayStation to be in a square shape. It may have some rounded corners or something like that, but it's gonna be in a square or a rectangle shape. Xbox went totally outside. Like that's the one thing I can say about Sony is consistency.
Yeah.
Like
I just hope it's not loud.
Yeah, it's true.
Cause that PS4 Pro sound like a damn jet engine when you get to playing Spider-Man or something, or some God of War.
I think it's just
You got the first wave of PS4 Pro.
I got the GameStop, or I got the white, the white one from GameStop. So I don't know if that may be a second wave.
They changed up some internals on the like thermals and stuff, but the first one
is always the biggest problem. I don't understand why they haven't figured that out yet.
Man, I was like, damn, bro, I can't even enjoy the game.
So I mean, I'm pretty sure
I don't know why stuff like that don't bother me.
What?
Like stuff like if the system itself loud, because I'm never close up on my system. Like the last time, like ever since they came with wireless controllers, I've never been close up on my system. I'm like never close enough to my system where I can actually hear my system.
Well, it's not just that. It's also like you just spend $500 on something and it start sounding like a blender. You're like, uh-oh.
I mean, if it sounds like that, I mean,
I'm exaggerating, of course, but the shit is loud. Like, hold on now.
Bro, I didn't know for like the longest. I didn't know this for the longest time. So my Xbox One, right? I have like an entertainment system. It's kind of like a low stand, and I stacked my Pro on top of my Xbox One. Ooh. And it never dawned on me. I'm like, why my shit keeps shutting down my Xbox One? Why they put the vents on top of the goddamn system? Nobody else has ever put that bug in the like.
Xbox, that's like I'm true enough. I'm a PlayStation fan, but like ever since the first Xbox, the way they designed their cooling system has been like dumb to me.
I didn't understand. I kept wondering, like, I would play certain game and it would just like, it just kept shutting down. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then I had took it off the top and I was like, oh, they put this bitch on the top.
Because Royalty, you was the first person I knew with an Xbox. Yeah. So like when we came over to your house and I seen that like the power supply for that bit, I was just like, yo, this is just too damn bulky for me. Because you think about it, the PlayStation 2 just plugged in to the back. It didn't have no big brick attached to it.
Yeah, the brick is inside always on Sony stuff. Well, on PlayStation in general, I'll say that.
You didn't need you didn't need an external fan to cool it down. Like I was like, people was trying to tell me, oh, PlayStation had that internal disc error. Okay, true enough. Like during that time,
What
all
console
the
has
systems.
it?
Right,
Let's be
like
honest.
disc read era. But like my PlayStation 2 never had the disc read ever. Never. I can go plug my PlayStation 2 up now and it'll play. But I saw so many people that had Xboxes with the red ring of death.
I sure got them up.
Now you know what? Now on that PlayStation 3, now you know what caused that yellow light of death though.
I never
So,
got that.
This is the thing. I'm gonna tell you why. So the PlayStation would get so hot, and people that stand it up vertically, it would get so hot that the chip would slide a little bit, like the solder would come loose and it'll slide a little bit, like down, and that's why people were getting those yellow lights of death. That's why I was always recommended to just sit it regular, don't stand it up vertically. And the fix was to go in and yeah. Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, then I don't know. That's
yeah. Like I had the 600. I had the $600 version, and that mug yellowed on me like in a heartbeat, and like, when I used to work in the service part, it was like every time I look at the notes, I'm like, that's what they fixing every time. Goddamn soldering shit back on correctly. I'm like, all right.
I never had.
And then it'll
like,
still feel like if you take it to a third party and have them try to reball it or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll still fail. Yep.
Like I just like all my PlayStations I've had, I've never run into one of them errors.
Well, there's always the people who never ever like. That's even with like the people like for even an example Xbox. Like some people like I never had red ring, never had any issues with it. So it's always everybody always be that set of people.
The only thing that made me get like the first place, like the first PlayStation I had, like the regular PlayStation was that big, the first edition that came out, the big one. Mm-hmm. And the next PlayStation I got was the little small one that looked like shit. Yeah, I remember the little small one that just
I have a Slim right now. Yeah, I know you're talking about the PS Slim. Yeah, like the one that has like the little rough like graphite, not graphite, but it's like a little textured top on it and all that shit.
Yeah, like that little one. And the only reason I got that is because somebody knocked my PlayStation off my stand, and it just like the motor. Oof. The CD reader, the laser motor, it just stopped moving. Like it wouldn't move no more. Somebody knocked it off my TV stand. Well, I'm gonna say they pulled it off because like they got up in a rush and like joystick cord wrapped around their leg and they just trying to hear them run off and pull my shit off and they hit straight tile floor.
Damn.
Rip.
But and then at the time, I think like by that time, I think that little PlayStation was like $129 or something like that. So I just went on and went and got that. And 6 months later, I had a PlayStation 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, damn! Now I think about it, God, that shit was like $129 at one point in life. Okay.
Like a PlayStation 3 still ain't $129.
No sir. Well, yeah. Well, it got discontinued in the U.S. before that even became a thing. Then they started selling.
Yeah.
Them. They started selling them more. I remember they opened it up to sell them more like in South America because man, I used to have customers that would come in to the Galleria and they would be like, they straight up like want to buy PlayStations in the U.S. Is like, and they tell me how much it is, and in their currency, I'm like, that shit's like $1,000 in their currency. I'm like, Jesus, I see why y'all buying these mugs. So, but nah, man, yeah. But next week is gonna be exciting. We may be doing like a spitting game, like a bonus to talk about what came from this. If it's if it's something that's
significant.
Yeah, that's significant. That gives a lot of information that we're gonna really talk about. So we'll keep you guys posted. So follow the social medias to see what and when and what we're gonna do. So, Outriders. Outriders is it's an RPG game from Square Enix, produced by the people of People Can Fly, which is the name of the studio. They did Gears Judgment and they did Bulletstorm. So they're coming out this holiday season with a game called Outriders. It is a RPG game. Think of The Division meets Destiny. That's kind of what it's like. It's in third person. You have I think from what I got so far, you have 4 different classes. And then
Pyromancer.
Yeah, you got all that's all. I don't know all the dope. You know most of the classes. I haven't even got all the classes. I know they got like a stealth class. I can't think of the name of it right now.
It's Pyromancer, it's Trickster,
Yeah.
and Earth. I forgot the name of the Earth one, and then I think one more. But yeah, that class feature that opens up the game so much. It's so much to learn, and I'll tell you why. So you got 4 classes, right? All 4 classes have what they said 8 different talents or something. Or,
8 different skills, yeah.
8 different skills. Then the skills branch off into 3 different focal points.
Yeah,
and it's like you got a little tree system that you got to fill out, and it's like that'll keep players busy for months.
Yeah, so many different builds and all that stuff, and then of course they didn't probably get into all of the the weapons and all of that type of stuff that you'll be able to.
And that's another thing. Yeah.
And so that's one thing they haven't even talked about that part yet. I will say though, man, it looked from what I watched, and we did like a watch party for it, and it looks promising. I really hope they, because always the biggest thing with these games. I know they did like a little Q&A afterwards, and people were asking like, is it a game as a service? And they were like, no, everything in this game will come at launch. So they're not trying to trickle out any content or anything like that. They're going to give you everything up front.
Like the last time I put that much hope into a shooter, I was disappointed. So
Anthem.
I'm not going.
Now I'm hoping that it's not going to be so repetitive. And when I was looking at a lot of the gameplay, I'm kind of getting that vibe.
That's like my biggest thing, repetitiveness. Like that's why I fell off with Destiny. I hate like constantly doing the same thing over and over and over.
But the thing is this. What were you gonna say, Devin? Okay.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, that's kind of like those type of games. Because those type of games, like a Diablo, is probably the best example of a game that you're gonna like go and grind through levels consistently to get better gear, get better. That's mostly what like a lot of the looter shooters are. It's like raise the difficulty, throw everything, the kitchen sink at my ass to test my build. That's literally a lot of times what it is. I mean, sometimes those games are not for everybody, but that's.
Now here's what I'll say to agree with you, and it does look repetitive. But when I was looking at, so take the Trickster class, right? So the Trickster class, your abilities that you have. So it's like you have ability. I think you got 8. The Trickster has 4 more, and it's like your abilities the fact that you have so many abilities will affect your play style. So everybody's not gonna play the game the same.
Right.
So you can approach it different to make it not repetitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I think the thing about it is the fact that you don't get health. Your health doesn't regenerate unless you kill people, Yeah. And like certain classes, you gotta be up close to kill them to even get health and all that. So it's like, it's so many different facets to the game that's probably going to make it interesting. One thing I didn't like is the gameplay mechanic that I saw in particular, because when I was looking at it, it kind of gave me Lost Planet vibes, the way they were moving. And I can, like, when I was looking at the footage, I can almost imagine myself sitting down playing this game, and I was like, this needs a dodge mechanic. But as I kept watching, they revealed the powers, you know what I mean, that like with the Trickster, you got like this bullet time thing where you can like you know what I'm saying, like you can transport to different areas or whatever. So it's like, okay, maybe that'll be little bit more interesting and make it, more challenging as opposed to just
hopefully it's not hopefully it's not clunky as far as from a movement standpoint.
Yeah,
that'll kill a game like in the water. Like, and honestly,
yeah,
I don't know if they're planning on doing one, but it might be in their best interest to do an alpha. I just to kind of get people's general consensus of how they feel about it, that way they can make some changes before it comes out. Because of, like, one thing about me, I know people rave about Ghost Recon Wildlands, But that's, I mean, when that game came out, it was like really off. I was playing a lot of the first division, and I'm like, oh, cool, another game that's similar to Division, but you know, in the open world wilderness or whatever. Nah, that duck and cover system is way different from Division, and that just like when I first played it, it just straight up took me out. I said, I can't even play this. I can't play this because
that was my problem with what's that game, Monster Hunter World? It's just too clunky.
What was that game that we was playing for free for a little while? Tom Clancy's.
You talking about Breakpoint?
Yeah, I was good on that. That run through I did with you, like I'm good on that. Like that reminded me. Like true enough, I enjoyed playing Neo. The little while I played it, I bought Neo when it first came out. I could not get past the second boss on Neo. I'm not ashamed to say that I failed at playing Neo.
But that's more like Dark Souls-y type, right?
Yeah, Neo.
You know what though? Okay, so let's say this.
Neo was hard for no reason. Neo is extremely hard for.
Yeah, Bloodborne,
Sekiro.
Dark Souls, Sekiro, all those.
So here's what I would say about those. Here's what I say about those type of. I wouldn't even really, and now people tend to forget this, and it's because of a generational thing, and it hadn't been one for a minute. Would we even really call those Dark Souls games? Wouldn't those be more like a Ninja Gaiden type of? Because
Ninja Gaiden is no.
Ninja Gaiden was a little bit more fast paced, though.
Yeah, it was faster paced. Yeah,
Ninja Gaiden, like I've been through, I destroyed. When I say destroyed, when I say Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden going back to Sega, I destroyed those games.
But when you crank up the difficulty on, like, let's say, like the like,
I'm talking about on hard. Like I'm like superior at those games. Like there's like they need to call me when they make a new one so I can tell them how to make it better.
Yeah,
those unfortunately gonna be a Xbox thing though. But
the way, like, say take Sekiro for example, like the way it played, like how you had to time things. That was like on some Bloodborne, Dark Souls. Yeah. But you can also compare it to Tenchu. Remember Tenchu? Stealth Assassins on PlayStation 1?
Yeah.
You know, where you had like the stealth aspect to it. You know, Ninja Gaiden kind of... I don't remember stealth in Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden had stealth. So I'm going to tell you
I thought it was slashing.
I'm going to tell you how it relates to Ninja Gaiden. It's the blocking and parrying. Like,
okay, yeah.
With Ninja Gaiden, you had the block and parry. Like if you had the blocking and parrying down pat, like with Ninja Gaiden, you can just run through Ninja Gaiden. Like, but and like the sneaking up on people and stuff, like it's easier that way too. But like just from my standpoint with Neo is more art, like the way. Like, it all depends on the type of armor and weaponry you got to get through the game. So it's almost like an RPG based, whereas Ninja Gaiden is, you can go through Ninja Gaiden with your original sword. You don't have to power. Like, if you get the
Neo look like Onimusha.
Yeah, it looked like Onimusha too.
Yeah, Onimusha wasn't even that hard. I played all three.
Yeah, and Onimusha, like you said, it wasn't even that hard. Like Neo was like on another level hard. Like you can go through. Like to me, you could play Neo up to a certain point, and like I probably could have beat the second boss, but like my frustration level had like my patience ran out. Like I
don't like to be frustrated, bro.
Like I got Neo sitting in my case right now, and if I pop it in and start all the way back over, I probably like now that I'm probably develop more patience, I probably could make it through, but like I just never wanted to put it back in.
I hear you.
Right, yeah,
Outriders seems like it's gonna be. I have to wait. More has to be revealed though.
Yeah, same here. But I mean, like I said, it looks promising. I mean, like I was saying, like I feel like if a studio that's going to come out with the game, and this goes for like the divisions and the anthems, y'all have to learn from the mistakes and the shortcomings of Bungie when it comes to Destiny, and the mistakes of Anthem and the Division as well, because they've been around. Well, Division has been around longer than Anthem, but the companies that think about coming out with these games like this, man, they have to look at what these other companies are doing and try not to make the same mistakes. Because with a lot of these games, the biggest problem for people who like these looter games, endgame kills it every single time, because they haven't thought it out, or it's coming and it's just too big of a hill for them to climb to put it out in the timetable that they set, which was the problem with Anthem. Like, oh, it's coming in May. Never came. Which was like the Cataclysm, which came like way after that. But yeah, it's like in-game is like the biggest thing. Like, if your company, if you ain't got a set of people that have developed and built a raid and can test a raid to do it to the quality and level of what WoW and what Destiny does, don't do it. Because just like the Division, they first raid, it was too freaking hard. It was freaking bullet spongy as hell, and nobody could beat it. So it's like you have to, when you take on these type of things, you might want to reach out to them and be like, hey, we need some help, like straight up, because it's like you got people who've played these games and they expecting a certain thing. So, Suicide Squad movie. They were talking about, because with the whole Snyder Cut thing and all that good stuff, people were kind of like, are we going to get, I forgot who's the guy that did the Suicide Squad movie, but were they going to get like a cut for the movie?
We talked about that last time. They said that it's not the same. Well, I know Tink had explained to me it's not really the same thing because the villains.
Because of the villain, yeah. But like the one thing about this was that came up was that there came up a question about the tone they went with for the movie, and so this was kind of interesting. They said the tone of Suicide Squad changed because of the success of Deadpool, and so the question I have, in which kind of feels like, well, what was the tone before, and would we like it more if so. But the biggest thing is, like, why do studios tend to feel they have to piggyback off of something, especially with comic books? It's like, because, like, you think about this. You made sure you inserted funny here, and here because of the success of Deadpool. But Deadpool is known for funny.
Right.
Suicide
That's his whole
Squad.
thing.
Yeah, Suicide Squad, that ain't what they do. Has anybody seen the Justice League Dark Apocalypse yet? Apocalypse War?
Nope, that's on my plan to watch, though.
Boy, yeah, you need to watch that.
I might watch that tonight.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it tonight, too.
Yeah, watch it.
Because I saw it on my Fire Stick today, and I was like, yeah.
I put it this way. Boy, Constantine, OP as hell.
Well, in the last movie they did with Constantine and Swamp Thing, that one was a good one too. I forgot the name of it. I haven't seen it in like a year.
Oh boy, I'll put it this way, no spoilers though, but she hits the fan, and yeah, they had to go call up Constantine because
Wow.
And this is one of the person that has to go to him is one of the most OP people in DC in general, but you know who that is. He came to actually help, so you know he'll never know that anybody. So with the Suicide Squad, like why do studios we know why, it's corporate America, but it's like,
well, yeah, it's business and it's formula. You got a formula, you got a winning formula, and you see this. Hey, this works. This tests well with audiences. This does this. We're gonna go with this. It's kind of textbooks with a lot of this.
Yeah, it's kind of that's kind of what they think, and then it blows up in their face. Probably like
Right, because
70% of the time.
the thing about it, the where they lose is your fan base is not like that. You know what I mean? Just in general. You know
They
what
try
I
to
mean?
appeal to companies try to appeal to casual people who are not looking at their stuff just off the sheer fact because the casuals outweigh the hardcores as far as from a population standpoint,
Right.
of course. But it's like with comic book movies, it's like I've said this so many times on this show, but we just want comic book to become real life. That's it. That's the rocket science too. We just want that story with that bubble with the words in. We just want that to be on TV, on film, on the big screen.
I don't understand why it's so hard for them to get the actual cartoon right, but it's hard to pull it off on the film. Like, why can't they
What
take?
you mean?
Like,
I
why
kept
can't
asking,
they take the
yeah.
cartoon movie? Like, say for instance, just like the Teen Titans versus Justice League. I think that was an awesome cartoon that could easily be done into a movie.
Because you got more freedom. You got more freedom drawing characters than you got getting humans to actually do what you want them to do.
Wow.
I don't even think it's really that though.
Okay.
Because let's put it this way.
People do a lot of stuff for the right amount of money.
But I'm just
Monsters
saying.
Ball, anyway.
Yeah. Oh Lord, don't you bring this one. All right, so let's just put it this way. When you're doing a cartoon, you got like producers and stuff like that. They not putting too much into a cartoon. But when you're dealing with real people, and then you got these producers and writers, they want to put their own. Like when you got a cartoon, like not too many people want to put their own touch on it because it's a cartoon. But when you're dealing with real people, I mean, but the Hush movie wasn't bad though.
I still haven't watched it. But anyway, go ahead.
If you ain't watched it, how you gonna give an opinion on it?
Because you already told me who he is. I don't like that. Just my opinion, man. It's about how I feel about that villain. It shouldn't be him.
Like, you have to give the movie a chance. Like, even though it throws you off, you got to give it a chance. Like, you
Bison being that white hair dude, but anyway.
See, that's what I mean. Like, with M. Bison being that guy, like, that's what I mean. Like, with Iron Man, like in Iron Man 3, with the Mandarin being him, like, that
is one of Marvel's biggest flubs of the entire MCU. Like, that's their one black eye.
No, they got a couple black eyes, but
What's the other one? I'm kind of interested now. What's the other one? I'm interested now.
I gotta go through and like think about it, but I think I seen a couple of things. But like Mandarin is one. Well, no, because I can't say MCU. I'm thinking about Fox. We ain't gonna worry about that. So.
Oh, that's the entire series, the entire run.
Yeah, so I was thinking about Fox. So
all the Marvel properties that Fox had, bro.
Disregard that.
Man.
But I'm just saying, like with DC movie, like animated movies are way better than their live action movies.
Yeah.
And I mean that's even going to the Batmans, because as far as Batman, like with Batman, one of Batman's best movies is Mask of the Phantasm. Like, that animated cartoon kept you on the edge of your seat better than the movies did. And we, like, the Phantasm wasn't even a real, like, a legit Batman villain.
Nope. Made it for that movie.
Like, Batman versus Dracula is a good movie, even though it's, like, the Return of the Joker. Like Batman Ninja, Batman. Even though it pissed me off when they started being Power Rangers, like that was.
I just like the art.
I love the art, but like where Batman and Joker went into Naruto realm, I was just like, okay. It's just like as it got like toward the end of the movie, it's just like they just threw everything in it. Even the kitchen sink, they just started throwing shit.
I said the kitchen sink.
They threw everything. They threw the
Literally.
kitchen sink. They threw everything into it because, like, okay, I understand the ninjutsu, y'all ninjas and stuff, but when you got whole castles turned into robots, and then
That was nuts.
they turn into a Megazord, and then Batman them
But
get a
that's
whole.
that's the Japanese in it though. Like that's Japanese stuff.
And
You
then
know
they
what I
get
mean?
a
Like,
whole
that's
bunch
just-
of monkeys
Them
to
boys said they
form
want to.
another big monkey.
Them boys said they want
Like-
to see Godzilla. So okay, we're gonna get Godzilla.
Oh,
Godzilla.
Like
That's just
true enough, it was a good movie because I like the way the Joker, like the whole concept with the Joker, all that. I love the concept. It was just the end of the movie just threw me the hell off.
I don't even remember the end, honestly, but
My question is it the writers? I've been asking that for the longest. Is because they don't have like the same writers to do this stuff because
Like-
it's there, you know.
I think
Like
part of
that's
it,
what I
too.
think it
It's
is.
different
It's the
teams.
writers.
Yeah, it's
Like
different
people
teams.
have their own visions instead of sticking to like you want to take something that's already established and you want to put your own touch to it. And this is with live action and some of the animated movies. Like just let the story be what the story is.
Right.
Like some of the stuff that been changed in Marvel, you know, a lot of people had a problem with it, but it ended up working out. You know,
Some people ain't even ever really noticed, but that's another thing too.
But I mean, it's also the fans too. Like if the fans revolt enough, things
Oh, yeah.
will change.
Oh yeah,
Look at Sonic.
yeah. They had to hit
Yeah.
that.
You know,
They had to hit that.
if
they
them
had to
people
hit
say,
that.
"Look, we ain't spending our money," they gonna change it.
Yep.
like
Should they had to hit
If
that
I
Hail to
could
the King
ever
for
go
Iron
back-
Man just to say that Mandarin does exist in the world.
if
so
I
they get the people out their
ever
back.
if I ever develop a time machine, like it's like certain directors and movies I'm going back to kick in the face.
Dragon
I
Ball
would,
Evolution.
Like I'm
Hey,
just blowing all them up. But the guy that directed the first Street Fighter movie, I'm going to blow the whole set up. Like
That meant like all,
Hey,
the, all it meant like all the
Make
Street
your
Fighter
army
movies
of
except the one that was made by freaking.
I appreciate Street Fighter. It's so bad, it's good.
ain't nothing good about that movie. First of all, you had Maxie Sparks playing, you had Joanna Man playing DJ. Then you had Ken and Ryu working for Bison and
With no muscles.
with no muscles. Like at that time, there was two perfect actors that could have played Ken and Ryu. Like I forgot the Asian dude name, but like he was big and bulky. No, not him. It was another one. Cause like he just looked evil. He can't play Ryu. Like Bolo just looked evil, just period. Like he gotta play a bad guy. But Kevin Servo, the guy that used to play Hercules, that could have been Ken.
Facts.
Hey, Young, while you're at it,
you're
take Mortal Kombat Annihilation with you.
Yeah,
Take them
Mortal
out, too.
Kombat Annihilation. Like I'm setting that whole set on fire. Like
That back got shot
first
down,
of
but that
all-
was about it.
Nah, take Mortal Kombat Annihilation back.
like the only thing.
What about
Mortal
that
Kombat
Tekken movie?
Annihilation-
What about that Tekken movie?
Take that.
Ooh.
Tekken movie.
Take it. Take
No,
it.
what about the live action Dragon Ball movie? Remember
He
that?
already said that, and
Piece
that's
of
actually
shit.
a sin to speak on the
Oh,
show.
did it?
Still, but I'm
Like
gonna be
this-
honest, y'all.
The
They only
DOA
had
movie.
one thing right in that Tekken movie, and that was Eddie. That was it. That was
Bro, like I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is what pissed me off because Fox did the Dragon Ball movie, and Fox didn't Fox play a part in making the Matrix movies, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in the Matrix movies, the
Last
last fight scene with Neo and Smith lets you
Straight
know
up
that a
Dragon
Dragon Ball movie was possible. And y'all had all that technology and screwed it the hell up. How you let the Matrix 3 come out and show that type of scene and then you come out with Dragon Ball? First of all, what pissed me off, like the first mistake they made,
That was
okay,
a cash grab.
like the first mistake they made was, okay, I knew they was gonna make Goku white. Okay, I'm fine with that. But like the way they had him do the Kamehameha, who the fuck? Like, excuse my French, who the fuck came up with that? Like that's.
Oh, you talking about that? I thought you talking about the Great Eight.
Unfortunately.
That's down the list too.
Unfortunately, the person who who directed that movie, unfortunately, he was a brother. That's the sad part.
And I know that's the part that I wanted to break his neck for. Like,
it's like he couldn't even get it right, bro. And then almost 10 years later, he apologized for that. But it was like, bro, you should apologize.
No. Like I really want to. Like, if you ever seen Dragon Ball, this is exactly what I want to do. When Goku and Krillin were fighting in the tournament when they were kids, and Krillin thought Goku had disappeared, and he appeared in him, and Goku hit him with 8 different punches and 8 different pressure points in the kick, but Krillin never did see Goku hit him. Like, that's what I want to do. Like that's just how much of a fan I am, that I want to hit this man with a scene from Dragon Ball that most people don't even remember.
Yeah, man.
Boys triggered.
They are
bro, and then they had Goku. Goku never went to fucking school, bro. They had Goku in high school. Like, seriously? Like, this nigga didn't go to school?
It's like they didn't even watch the show. They was like, yeah, he should go to school. I'm like, no.
Goku was a feral child, bro. He was basically a feral child.
Yeah, no common sense. He didn't know anything about anything dealing with social gathering or anything like that. But he's fully aware of what goes on
bro,
in the world outside of the woods.
Snap. It's like, Fox, have y'all not seen the DMV episode?
And you showed Dragon Ball Z on your channel. You showed Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z on your channel for years.
So, bro,
before it even made it to Cartoon Network, y'all was showing it.
So, real quick side note, there is if y'all ever get a chance on Netflix, I don't know if it's still on. I think it is. I think it's a documentary about like toys we love or something like that. It has like the stuff with Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
If you watch the one about Power Rangers, you will see the lady who is responsible for our childhood. She is the reason for that whole lineup. And when I saw that lady's face, I'm like, I want to thank you. Because she was the reason. She was the reason behind all of that. She came up with that idea. So I will just say that there was one single person that was responsible for all that.
But I really want to be like, if I to me, like, if I was to ever get the opportunity to write the script for a Dragon Ball movie or just an anime movie, period, like, the 3 movies I would do would be a Dragon Ball movie. I would do Ronin Warriors, and then I would probably do like a Rurouni Kenshin or something like that. Because and I honestly feel like Netflix could do a better Dragon Ball movie than a major studio.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, didn't Rurouni Kenshin come out with a live action that looked lit as hell? Or was that?
Rurouni Kenshin got 4 movies.
Oh,
they got 4. Yeah,
I never watched them, but I watched the trailers. They look lit. I need to go check them out.
They got 4 movies. I got all 4 movies on my hard drive.
Okay.
The fight looked lit in there.
Like Ghost in the Shell, it wasn't that bad.
No.
It wasn't
that bad.
I gotta go watch that. I haven't seen it. I gotta go watch it.
No.
Snap.
Wait, what? Snap, what? What's going on?
Snap.
No.
Would you take The Last Airbender done by M. Night Shyamalan or Ghost in the Shell?
No.
Last Airbender wasn't bad. Like, now that I went back and watched Avatar, like, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, but he still got nationalities wrong. Anyway. He should know better. He should just know better. All right, man, let's talk about HBO Max. So HBO Max launched on the, 27th, 28th, something like that?
27th.
All
right, y'all. So basically, it's going to pain me to say this because I hate giving anything this much damn credit. It's pretty much flawless. I hate to say it.
And I'm gonna say what I said. Y'all have had 3.
No, this is AT&T. This isn't like this is the influence of AT&T.
But here's my thing.
AT&T bought Time Warner back in 2016. Mm-hmm. Like the HBO app and HBO had HBO Go. HBO had the other HBO subscription app where you just like watch like regular HBO on your phone or something like that.
And my HBO Go app turned into HBO Max, and I ain't had to download it because I checked it today because I know I ain't never downloaded HBO Max.
But this is all AT&T's influence. AT&T said it just like this. We bought Time Warner, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to combine all of the Time Warner entities and put them into one app. So that's why you have Cartoon Network on there. You have Turner Classic Movies. You have like everything. Like it basically has something. It has Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is built into HBO Max. So now you don't even have to buy. You don't have to pay for Crunchyroll anymore if you got HBO Max.
What about the DC? How are they incorporating DC?
I can explain that because I read about that. What they said was HBO Max and DCU will coexist because they know DCU is for the hardcore comic book fans of DC, and it will stay. It's not going anywhere. So it will, but then HBO Max is going to be. They basically said it's going to be the broader selection of the offerings that they have.
Yeah, like what I said.
So does that mean we can cancel the DC universe?
No, because it's still certain stuff that they won't
like the comic book, like the other extra stuff DCU got.
They won't get Titans yet either. So.
Oh, okay.
But like, the only thing HBO Max is missing to me is the Disney properties. If they had Disney stuff on there, it'll be a wrap for everything else.
We know they ain't got that much money, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, like, if they had Disney properties, cancel all other apps because it's like they got TV shows, movies, they got live sports, they got like everything on this HBO Max, like on HBO Max. Like it's pretty much everything. They got old school cartoon, new school cartoon. They got new shows coming out. Then you got the Boondocks coming out. Then you got like, I really hated to give it that much credit, but as I went through, like my mom is so excited because my mom is like I've never ran, like my mom is the only person I know that's a huge Wizard of Oz fan. And when she saw that on there, she damn near cried.
So, before we get to the rating for what we're gonna give it, somebody they did an article like some stuff that's missing from it, but a lot of that stuff that's missing has to do with because it's on DCU. Because some people was bringing up like, Batman the animated series, a couple other things they were bringing up. Didn't have the whole list in front of me.
But see, that's just like, that type of stuff that you nitpicking then.
No, because it's a legit. I mean, if you think about it, I mean that's the same thing somebody would say with example for Disney, like where are the X-Men movies? You got the X-Men show, you own Fox now. So I'm saying, so it's gonna be an argument either way. That's just like where the Christopher Nolan Batman movie, where the Christopher Nolan Batman movies for HBO Max because they own that. Am I right? They do own that, right?
Who produced that's Warner Brothers, yeah.
It's a Warner Brothers, yeah. So I mean, it's a legit question.
I mean, they probably come with time because hell, Disney just getting a lot of their stuff. You know, Disney still got stuff that Netflix still own that ain't on there. So it's probably gonna come with time. You know, these mergers and properties, the stuff comes with time. So it may end up on there. You know, it just launched. Not everything is gonna be on there, so you probably just gotta give it time to get on there.
Because our show had some questions when you had mentioned it earlier. I was like, how did HBO Max get to acquire this, but Disney didn't? When I know that they have produced a lot of stuff with Disney Studios with some of those films.
It's all about how deals are worked out.
Yeah,
like
either that or depending on how much majority stake they had in the project or whatever, that type of thing.
Because HBO Max app could have been out. You know who held that up?
Who?
Your president trying to stop that merger. Because had AT&T not bought Time Warner,
right.
that company would have folded. Like, we would have lost all that stuff. And it would have been broken up and it would have been scattered to the winds.
And they would have been playing Disney trying to get it all back together. So.
Yeah. Donald Trump did not want that merger to go through.
All right. Let's see. So what do we give the rating for all of this?
I give it a 9.5.
Oh.
Really? Okay.
But you know, it's like me,
I'd
be scared to give something a 10. And no, let me hold on to it.
I mean, because I can go in there like seriously in one app, and I'm not talking about a Fire Stick app. And within one app, I can go watch anime, like legit anime, movies, and everything in one app. TV shows, movies, sports, and anime in one app.
I mean, I have a feeling that people that already were paying for HBO, because a lot of people asking questions like, what if I pay for HBO now, go whatever the hell, which one that
you already got it.
Right. That's what I figured, because like I said, today when I was saying, let me go check out the trial and try it, I didn't even have to download it because I already freaking had it because I had HBO Now on my phone. So, I mean, it's kind of baked in. You're not going to have any type of issues like Disney Plus had, because their app was like fresh off the press versus, everybody was either on it or not on HBO at the time when they were using it. And if they had it already, it's baked into their freaking AT&T subscription or something like that. So,
right, because my phone is like, my cell company is AT&T. Like, if you got AT&T cell company, you got DirecTV or any of that stuff, you automatically got HBO Max and you don't have to pay for a subscription.
Yeah, I heard about that already. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And that was the cool thing they did. Why we gonna charge our customers again?
I got a bunch of reasons because of AT&T. But anyway,
hey, I ain't had no problem with AT&T, so keep your negative comments to yourself.
Hey man, look, there's a lot of people have several problems with AT&T.
I ain't had no problem with AT&T. Way better than Verizon, in my opinion. I hated Verizon. Too expensive for.
AT&T cool. Besides them being AT&T, but I mean.
Yeah, that's the same thing people say about Comcast, for example. People complain, have so many complaints about Comcast, but
Comcast to me had the best internet.
Mm-hmm.
Upload.
No, my upload's fire right now.
I ain't never have the
wait.
What people say Uverse or whatever AT&T had or whatever with their internet.
That was horrible. That was trash.
What you getting for upload though, royalty?
Like 40.
Oh, you got another. See, I don't want to pay over $100 for internet. It seems I'm gonna have to though. But
that particular piece of bill, bro, I just I'm just gonna go ahead. This word.
Sometimes you could sometimes these companies have the good stuff. It's just, are you willing to pay for it?
Yeah, it's all about what you wouldn't pay for. So that's primarily what.
Basically.
Yeah. All right, man.
I would sacrifice TV for better internet speed. Because I can watch anything I want to watch on the app.
Yeah, true that.
So that's how I feel about it now. The cable.
Yeah. All right, man. So we're going to bring this issue of NerdFlow Podcast to a close. Bringing a close to issue 137. Next week, we will catch you guys for issue 138 of NerdFlow Podcast. Please make sure you guys subscribe, all that good stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just search NerdFlow or NerdFlow Podcast. In addition to that, man, please make sure we're on all major podcast platforms. So if there's a way to review the podcast, if you love the show, please give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and all other podcast platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Google Podcast. And we'll catch you guys on next week.
We'll holler at y'all.
Guys. Peace.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Be safe.